Hey guys, it's Aseem Sharma, training manager from Solframe Consulting again. I do hope you're all well. I'm going to very briefly speak about how to be punctual, or what do we understand about punctuality. Now, no disrespect to any specific culture, but some nations tend to be more punctual than others. But how can we manage our time more effectively in order to be punctual? And if you remember in one of my previous videos, I actually covered time management. So what I do, there are a few tips. I'm not going to go into too much detail, and some of these things you're probably aware of anyway. One, I always try to overestimate how long something will take, and I give the worst case scenario. So let's say I may be, writing a brief piece on training, and it's a couple of hundred words, and I know I could probably do it within half an hour max. Um, but let's say it requires some sort of research, and there may be some other, unexpected interruptions during that time. So I may say, okay, hang on, this will take me 1 hour. And if someone says to me that, look, hey, that's a long time, then I would simply say to them very candidly, look, I would rather overestimate the time than, give you a false kind of narrative. And for that matter, if I do end up finishing sooner, which typically happens, maybe 15, 20 minutes earlier, generally people are not going to complain that, oh, you're available earlier than I expected you to be, or you quoted you would be. I mean, you can always check with them. Chances are that they may, say that, look, I'm busy right now, and we had agreed at 5 p.m. or something like that, which is okay. But that's one good tip. The other one is, again, being efficient with your time. So if it's possible to multitask, and some people say multitasking is a myth. I mean, let's say someone calls me right now, and I'm speaking to them, and I'm also trying to work at the same time. It will affect me, I'll be honest. So either I will divert my full attention to them and try to be efficient and finish off that call as soon as possible, if it's not a social call, that is. And if I am writing something, then I will focus on that completely. Now, that's a little different from, let's say, writing and listening to music at the same time, which actually can be quite invigorating and, clearly boosts my energy levels, although at times it can be also distracting as well. So basically the same thing may work different for you at different times. I mean, that can happen, right? So, something which is an encouraging factor can become a distraction as well. But that's another thing you can do. So either focus on one thing wholeheartedly. If you're able to multitask, then fine. Or switch between things quickly without losing track of where you were. And the third and final point I would make is, if you are running late, the moment you realize that this is what's happening, let's say I had committed to someone that was something important, that I would be there at 5 p.m. and I can see that it's now 4:45, quarter to 5, and suddenly something has come up, which means realistically I'm going to be late. There's no point in sugarcoating it. I will literally tell the person as soon as I can that, look, something has come up unfortunately, and I'm running this late. And again, going back to the first principle, I will try to overestimate it. I may say that, look, I may be arriving anytime by 5:30, okay, which doesn't mean to say that it will be 5:30, it could be before that, right? So these are some of the things that you can do, and I'm sure a lot of you guys implement that, but I personally don't like to keep people waiting and not be, not take that ownership and be responsible for my timekeeping. I think it's incredibly rude to keep someone waiting and say, okay, in a couple of minutes, just in a couple of minutes, and those two minutes add up to an hour, and let's be honest, especially in India, we can be quite casual with time. Not everyone, but then a lot of people. And the stereotypes that some nations are very punctual, again, that's not always the case. It depends on the person, it depends on the circumstances as well. So anyway, I hope you found this video useful and maybe partly amusing as well. For further tips and information, please do subscribe to this channel. If you have any questions, you may put comments below and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We have a LinkedIn page as well, and also Telegram. I do look forward to seeing you on our courses. We have plenty of them. Please check those out. Until next time, please do take care. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.